Well, hello there. How you doing? It is Mary Beth coming to you from San Francisco for the next fitness thing. I am one of the trainers normally teaching this class you're about to take live, but this is the special on-demand version of the finish line class of our Finish 22 Strong Challenge. And this is your recovery day, team. So this is your Deep Stretch 25 class. All you're going to need is a mat and a willingness to relax and give your body some much deserved TLC. And hello, if you're checking us out on YouTube for the very first time as well, we're going to tell you all about the cool stuff that the next fitness thing has to offer. If you want to check us out, stay tuned. Let's get the party underway. I'm going to pop my camera off so you will be able to fully pay attention to your demo videos and work within your body's pain-free parameters. You never, ever want to force a stretch to the point of pain. A little gentle tension is what we're going for. Challenging, but not painful. All right. So find your limits, push it up to just that edge, and then be kind to yourself. We're going to start off on all fours and we'll sink into a child's pose first. So knees wide, big toes together. Sink your hips back comfortably deep towards your heels. We'll hang out here for 40 seconds as you drape your arms forward. Let your head and shoulders melt down toward the floor and focus on your breath. You're going to get so much more out of this stretching class if you really breathe nice and deeply. Inhale and exhale. Holding your breath is one thing you do not want to do because that's just going to tense you up, and that is counterintuitive cross purposes to what we're going for in this class. So for those of you who have been taking all the classes so far in our Finish 22 Strong Challenge, congratulations. This is our finish line class, as I mentioned, day number 9. And for those of you who missed it live, we've got this on-demand version for you, of course. So you never have to worry about missing a class. Next, we're going to go to your belly for a scorpion stretch. Face down, arms in a T. Your leg is going to come up, over, and across toward the opposite side of your body. We're here for 50 seconds on this side. So we're going to hold this one statically. I know the video is moving in and out on this one, but hold it nice and steady, getting that stretch down the front side of your body from your shoulder to your chest, into your abdominals, down into your hip flexor, the hip crease, and the quad, front of your thigh. Trying to get your foot as close to your hand as possible on this one without going overboard. And by the way, if you're not comfortable down on your belly for whatever reason, I'd suggest that you maybe do a low lunge stretch. You would be in a plank position. You'd step one foot forward with your knee over your ankle. That back leg would be straight, and then you could bend the knee down to get the little quad and hip flexor stretch that way. You'll still get some good stuff that way. And of course, what we do on one side, we will repeat on the other side in 3, 2, and 1. So switch your scorpion over the other way. And here we go, 50 seconds on this side. Make sure that your belly button is gently pulled in towards your low back. You don't want to cause any discomfort in your lumbar spine here. And again, your range of flexibility and your range of motion may not be as generous as the video is that you're seeing right now, but you work with what you've got. I know that no matter what your fitness level is, no matter what flexibility level you may have inherited from your genetics, you can still be gentle to yourself and still get a nice juicy stretch out of this class. We have 15 seconds left here. And the next series of moves, we're going to be back on all fours. So you know what's coming. And done with your scorpion or your other version in 3, 2, and 1. So now we're going to thread the needle from your hands and knees. You're going to inhale your right arm up nice and high, and then exhale, tuck it underneath your left arm. And you're trying to get your right shoulder down on the floor as this one progresses here. And every time you take a breath, as you exhale, see if you can deepen your twist in your thoracic spine just a little bit more. That's your mid-back. And your free arm, your left arm, if you're stretching your right arm across to the left side right now, the left arm, the bicep can be next to your ear. But the way I like to do this is press my left palm down onto the floor so I can just ever so gently deepen my twist. Little by little, just until I find my happy place, and hang out there and enjoy. Last few seconds here. And please make your way back to all fours, and we'll do thread the needle on the other side. Inhale your left arm up to the ceiling or sky if you happen to be outside. And then reach your left hand across toward the right side of your workout space. Be nice to your neck on this one. If it doesn't feel good for your gaze to look toward that outstretched hand, find a happy place. You want to be kind to your neck because your cervical spine runs through there, and it can be very sensitive It's an area that you don't want to put too much pressure on. Keep it safe. Always safety first here at the Next Fitness Thing. By the way, for our new to YouTube peeps, or for our existing Next Fitness Thing teammates as well, if you're on this YouTube channel, please do us a favor, help us grow. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel, you can like this video, you can leave a comment. Those are all things that are going to help us get bigger and better as we go into 2023 and a fit new year. All right, staying on all fours, hip CARS up next. CARS stands for controlled articular rotations. You're going to circle your 90-degree or so knee, nice and around, the foot comes back behind you, and then the knee dips down, just lubricating through your hip joint here, working that synovial fluid like lubrication all through your hip joint, because we're about to get real stretchy in your hips coming up a little bit later on. And we will switch directions here shortly. Stay in this direction for now. And remember, just keep breathing. Your neck is long and neutral, by the way. Ears, shoulders, and hips all in a line on this one. Try not to let your belly sag or stress out your neck. And done. Now we're going to reverse your circle. So reverse hip CARS, bring your circle around from back to front, basically. Or if you were already going back to front, you're now going front to back. It's okay as long as you hit them both. You never have to do exactly what the demo video shows. You're always welcome to switch it up. Just trying to make sure that you get equal love on both directions, both sides of your body, so you're as symmetrical as possible. Most of us have a little imbalance from one side to the other on our bodies, depending maybe on which is your dominant side or what position you might sit in, for example. So one side might be a little tighter than the other. You work with what you've got. All right, let's get the other side, please. On the other leg now, and the other hip for your hip CARS. So we're bringing the circle, knee out, knee behind you, knee down toward the floor, nice and open. Trying to keep your hips level as possible in this one too. There's a tendency when you're moving your leg for that hip to kind of seesaw upward. You want to try to keep your hips as parallel to the floor as possible so that you're really getting the most bang for your buck for your hip joint here. Oh, hips do get tight when we sit a lot. I know. I do it too. That's why one reason I love to stretch so much. Done in 3, 2, 1. Let's switch that circle, go the other way. This is our last hip CARS exercise in this class. So reverse. Here we go. And for those of you who are with us that are already teammates with the Next Fitness Thing, you know we love you, right? We love you big bunches. And to anybody who wants to be a Next Fitness Thing teammate, all you need to do, if you are not already a member, hit up the nextfitnessthing.com. That is our URL where you'll find all the instructions to get in on our Next Fitness Thing app and join us for some phenomenal workouts in the new year. All right, now we're going to go deeper into your hips. This is pigeon pose. You're going to start from a downward dog, that upside down V. Inhale, one leg behind you. Then exhale, bring the leg forward in front of you. Your knee is bent and your shin is in contact with the floor. You might be up taller in your posture. You might be able to drape yourself over your front leg. This is intense. So if it's not right for you, I'm going to invite you to lie on your back and swap in a figure 4 stretch instead, in which case you would place your ankle on your opposite thigh just above your knee. Then you grab on behind that thigh, gently pull it in towards you. So you're still stretching through your hips, especially the outer hip and thigh if you're doing figure 4. But pigeon, if you got some tight hips, little by little working your way in here, this is your friend. And again, you never want to force it. If you're not ready, baby steps are still steps. So you take what you need here. And we will again do the other side in 3, 2, and 1. So pigeon crew, back to your downward dog. Inhale, the other leg straight back behind you. Exhale, dive it forward in front of you. If you were figure 4ing or swapping in something else, please hit the other side now. Here we go. So you'll notice in the demo video, right down with the head practically on the floor. Not everybody's body is equipped to do that. I'm gonna say this time and time again because I want to keep you safe. Don't force it, be nice. You might be up a little higher. You might be in figure 4. It's all good as long as it feels good. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. For those of you who are taking our Finish 22 Strong Challenge throughout December and getting through some pretty tough strength training classes and some cardio as well, This is good stuff. You need to recover. So glad we're giving you this one. It's juicy and good. All right, let's get you over onto your left side. And we're going to do your windmill stretch to the right. So your knees are bent. You're going to open your right side, right arm, like a big old book. Inhale that book open. Exhale that book closed. Rationale behind the breathing on this one: when your lungs are the most expansive is when your chest is open nice and wide, when your book is open, so to speak. So that's ideally when you want to breathe in. And then as you close the book, blow that air out. I always say, as long as you're breathing, though, that's job one. Don't get hung up on, am I breathing in the right place? As long as you're breathing, it's okay. But over time, the more that you can sync your breath to your motions, to these stretches, you're going to get more bang. And it's in a good way. Maybe more is a better word than bang. Last 10 seconds or so. We are going to do the other side on your windmill stretch, but we are going to stick something in the middle in the meantime, so don't think we forgot. 3, 2, and 1. Over onto your back now for windshield wipers. Arms in a T, your face up on this one. Your knees are together and you're lowering your legs side to side for 30 seconds. You're trying to keep your shoulders in contact with the floor. If your legs lower so far to one side that your shoulder pops up off the other side, maybe you've gone a little too far. And if you want a little more out of this one, straighten your legs. So you would be like looking exactly like a windshield wiper on your windshield in that case. It's where this stretch got its name. A little hip mobility, a little spine, lumbar spine. Oh, yes. Now let's repeat that windmill stretch. So you're lying on your right, the left arm opens, big old book. Inhale as it opens, exhale as it closes. If it does feel good on your neck and you're comfortable doing so, you can follow that moving hand with your gaze. It helps deepen your position a little bit on this one, if that's accessible to you. If not, just find a happy place for your neck. Okay, we got 20 more seconds here, give or take. I adore stretching. I often, if you're taking my class, whether you're taking the Next Fitness Thing class live or on demand, I'm doing a lot of the stretches with you because that's how much I love to stretch. I'm taking one for the team. You got 3, 2, and 1. On to your back once again for Happy Baby, classic yoga pose. So grab your outer feet, or if it feels better to you, behind your thighs or knees. Flatten your back, especially your low back and your tailbone, down on the floor as best you can. And then rock that happy baby, nice and easy side to side. Yes, I'm a little silly and goofy in my classes when I teach them, but you know I'm a billion% serious about the fitness part and keeping you safe and getting you the best possible workout you can get. It's better with buddies too. So again, if you're checking us out for the very first time on our YouTube channel, we have a full-fledged community of amazing teammates, and one of those. So again, if you want to join us, I'm going to give you that URL again. thenextfitnessthing.com is how you're going to find us. Last few seconds here. And 3, 2, 1. Stay on your back. We're going to go to a hamstring stretch for 50 seconds per side. So you're going to grab onto behind one leg. Could be behind the thigh, could be behind the calf. Inhale. Big deep breath, exhale the leg gently towards you. Now, if you have tight hamstrings, take a soft knee bend. If your low back feels funky with your leg extended on the floor, bend that free leg and place your foot flat on the floor to take some of the stress off your lumbar spine. We got options. Keep breathing. Every time you exhale, remember, try to just get a little baby bit deeper into your stretch, just until it feels, oh, heck yes, that's where I need it. 15 more seconds here. You can intensify the stretch even more. Feel it even a little bit into your calf if you flex your toes towards your shin on this one, by the way. Ooh, okay. Ready to switch? Okay, let's do it. Hamstrings on the other side, the back of the thigh. Getting the love. Ready, set, So I always advise you, if you have any stretches that your body just needs a little assist in getting into, I advise you to keep Keep toys in your workout space. So that could be, in this case, if you have a yoga strap or a belt or a towel or even a t-shirt, you could wrap that around your leg. So we want you to be able to relax your head and your shoulders fully down on the floor. That's going to come in handy for the next stretch as well, by the way. So you want to be able to just fully release your upper body down on the floor, and you can still get the stretch, just got a little extra assist on your range of motion by using the strap, the belt, the towel, etc. And in 3, 2, 1, everybody's going to figure 4 this time. So this was the modification that I gave you for pigeon earlier. So you're on your back, your ankle is crossed over to your opposite thigh. Grab on behind that thigh, gently pull it towards you, and oh yes, I'm always doing this one with you. This is my absolute favorite stretch in the universe. 50 luscious seconds per side. And again, in this case, if you were to use the strap or the belt, you would wrap it behind your thigh on this one instead of holding on with your hands. That'll work. If you want a little bit more out of this stretch, I invite you to place your hand on your inner thigh, just above that side-facing knee. Just press it open a little bit more. And again, every time you exhale, just see if you can get it just a bit more into your stretch. If you're fine where you are, stay there. We got another 10 seconds. And then, of course, we'll switch. So good. I know, like I said, I'm doing it with you. Okay, let's uncross and recross. Figure 4 on the other side. And yes, I know these are labeled left and right, but as long as you get them both, doesn't matter if you're matching up the demo video, just get both sides. It works. It works. Go ahead and close your eyes if you like on this one. Every time you exhale, not only you're trying to deepen your stretch, but you're also letting any tension or stress in your upper back and shoulders, in this case, melt down toward the floor. Oh my goodness. We're halfway through. I never want this figure 4 stretch to end, by the way. I could do this all day. I'm doing it right now. Really, I am. Last 15 seconds. And once we're done with this delicious figure 4, we're going to have a seat nice and tall for our next stretch. And we'll get you there in 3, 2, 1. All right, gradually sit up nice and tall for your 90-90 stretch. You're going to place your feet a little wider than your hips, beautiful, tall, lifted chest, proud, shining forward. And then you're going to rock your 90-90 knees, 90 degrees each, one side, other side. If you feel like you need a little extra support on this one, you're welcome to place your hands on your floor on either side of your hips. In the demo video, the hands are up at chest height. Maybe you want to do a little bit of both. Rock it over, hands down, and then lift the hands up to the chest. You can play around with it and make it work for you. But again, hips for the win. And you do not need to touch your knee all the way down to the floor. If your range doesn't like to go there, just go where it does like to go. Are you detecting a theme here at all? Want it to feel good, always, always, always. All right, next in 3, 2, and 1, we're going into a butterfly fold. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together. Your knees are going to fall open into a comfortable diamond shape, and then you're going to grab onto your feet or your shins or maybe the outsides of your thighs just to get a little bit of leverage into you gently, slowly, for 50 seconds. You can let gravity go to work for you on this one. So you might be up a little taller. You can stay there. If you're looking to follow your demo video, you just little by little get around, feel a nice stretch in your low back. Outer hips and thighs probably getting something. Inner thighs maybe as well. And if you're able to, and it feels good, just let your head and your neck just hang. Let gravity elongate all those vertebrae in your cervical spine. Oh, if you feel any tension in your neck and your shoulders, this is a keeper. And ready to move on? All right, we're going to go to a plank position next, so kind of a push-up position, and then we'll go to your low lunge. So your hands are underneath your shoulders, your front knee is right over top of your ankle, the back leg is straight, and then on that back foot, you're rocking on the ball of your foot to add on a little dynamic element to this stretch, which dynamic stretch just means you're moving through it instead of holding it statically, which is in one place. If you like, you can lower this back knee to the floor on this one if that feels better for you, and keep it there instead of rocking back and forth. You could rock back and forth even with the knee on the floor if you like. We're just going to open up that hip crease, the hip flexor area. That's the number one place it gets tight when we sit, and even the fittest among us, hello, often find that we sit a little bit more than we should or would like to, so hips need love. We're going to add on to this one. If you want to stay here, you can, but the next one's a little bit more advanced. We're going to add on a quad stretch if it is accessible to you. You're going to reach around with your hand to that opposite foot that is behind you. This is intense maybe. So if you don't need to go there, you don't need to go there. You can stick with what we just did. You can maybe start to twist around just until you feel like, okay, that's my limit, but at least you've got a starting point. And the more that you practice these stretches and are consistent with them, you're going to find that your range of motion improves a little bit over time. That's what we're going for. Progress, not perfection. Name of the game. And in 3, 2, and 1, let's get on over to the other side and do what we just did. Starting with the low lunge stretch once again, find your plank, ears, shoulders, hips, and that back heel all in a line. And then from there, you're welcome to rock it back and forth, or knee on the floor, rocking back and forth or not. Up to you. Well, ideally, what you did on side 1, though, you're trying to duplicate on side 2 for the sake of equality. It's good to work one side and then the other side too, by the way. So you find those imbalances like, oh, this is a little easier on one side than the other. Again, that's perfectly normal. One thing that you might want to do if you notice that one side's a little bit more challenged than the other side, after this class is done, how about giving that tighter side a little extra stretch so you can kind of balance things out a little bit more. Aha, last 10 seconds. If you're ready for the add-on, we're going to grab the foot for the quad stretch next. If not, stay right here where you are. And okay, reach the foot around, reach the hand around to the foot, I should say. And ooh, yeah, this can be very challenging. Again, don't force yourself into a pretzel that you're not ready to be. All right. But we're very close to this class being done. I don't want it to end. I don't know about you. I could stay here forever. This class is too much fun. It feels just amazing. Last 15 seconds. Of course, if you want to join us and you're new to us at the Next Fitness Thing, in the new year, you're going to find out how many cool kind of workouts we have to offer. Walking, yoga, strength training, dance. Oh my gosh, we have so many good things in 2023. Can't wait for you to join us. All right, come to a comfortable cross-leg position here. We're going to go to a gentle neck stretch. You're going to place your left hand on the right side of your head, gently pull your left ear down towards your shoulder, and do your best. If your shoulders are scrunched up around your ears, try to let your shoulder blades fall down your back. And breathe. Maybe you want to experiment with the position of your head. Maybe you want to tilt your chin down towards your chest a little bit. You'll feel that stretch move, maybe a little bit toward the back side of your neck. Just be kind. Again, you don't want to put too much pressure on your neck. Keep it safe. 20 more seconds here. Final 10. Feeling better than when you came to this class? I bet you are. All right, 3 and 2 and 1. Let's go to the other side for your next stretch. Right hand on the left side of your head. Ear toward the shoulder once again. Let your shoulders melt. If you played with your position on the first side, see how that feels on the second side. When you experiment, sometimes it's trial and error that guides you to the place that is your happy place on your stretches. So it might not be, again, it might not be exactly what's showing on your demo video. You might come up with something entirely different that feels amazing to you, and that's what you want to stick with when the stretches come in here. Last 10 seconds or so. And oh my goodness, we have one more thing to do before we part ways. In 3, 2, 1, stay in your cross-leg position. We're going to go out with some seated breaths. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale your hands down to your heart. Nice and fluid. Ha 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 ha. Oh, this is so good. So good. So this class is going to live on our YouTube channel for a while here, the Next Fitness Thing YouTube channel. And again, if you like this video, please throw us a like here, drop a comment below. And we'd really love it if you subscribe to our Next Fitness Thing YouTube channel, because that's how the word gets out about us. We're new and we need to spread the love. So thank you for any part you can play in that. And again, one more time, our address, if you want to join us, thenextfitnessthing.com. If you're with us from the start, our regulars, we love you. All right. And that is it. That's all we have for your Finish 22 Strong Challenge. That is your finish line class. Congratulations to everyone who made it across. And thank you so much for taking this class with me on demand. Love to see you in the live classes, of course. It's way more fun and interactive when you're live. You get to chat with the trainer. You can turn your camera on if you want the trainer to check out your moves, give you some guidance. That's a beautiful benefit of taking a class with a live trainer here at the Next Fitness Thing. So let's do it together in 2023. Never leave my class without a high five for a job well done. So ready, set, here's yours. Bang! Thank you for joining me. I am Trainer Mary Beth. Hope to see you in the new year. Take care. Peace out. See you soon. Bye-bye.